Hello, I'm Paul Carroll, technical writer for Digital Photo Magazine, and welcome to this digital darkroom video tutorial on recreating black and white special effects. This video tutorial is brought to you in 3 parts. In part 1, we'll be looking at turning a colour shot into infrared. Part 2 illustrates how inverting the tones of a black and white image creates a surrealist, solarised effect. And finally, in part 3, we'll be adding a beautiful lith printing effect to a mono image. Okay, let's close down these examples and then we can kick off with part 1 by opening up the image infrared.jpg from off the CD-ROM. Typically, infrared images are very contrasty, grainy, and because green foliage reflects infrared light waves very well, grass and bushes appear as bright white highlights with an unmistakable glowing quality to them, whereas other subjects, such as the blue sky here, will appear much darker and create that really contrasty finish. To recreate this effect, we're going to be using the channel mixer. So go up to the image menu, down to adjustments, and from the flyout menu, we want to select channel mixer from the list, which is about halfway down. First thing that we need to do is tick the monochrome box at the bottom of the channel mixer dialog box, which converts the image into black and white. So by adjusting the sliders, for example the green slider and the blue slider, we can mix up the 3 colour channels and affect how the image looks. And by moving the green slider to the right, we lighten the greens in the image, and you can see that the foliage in the foreground is now becoming bright white. And by moving the blue slider to the left, we darken the blues in the image. And there you go, you can see that sky becoming dark black. You'll have to play around with both the green and the blue sliders to get the balance right in your image. And both sliders are interconnected, so you can see that as I move the blue slider more to the left, I start losing detail in the sky, that cloud's becoming very dark. But then as I increase the green slider to the right, we start bringing back detail. There's no single channel mixer recipe for infrared, but as a guide, set the blue slider somewhere between -200 and -100, and the green slider between +50 and +200. And in this image, a green of around 180% looks about right. We need to bring back that cloud a little bit, so I'm just going to bring back the blue slider to around 130% or -130%, and that looks pretty good. So I can just simply click OK and accept the adjustment. The next adjustment that we need to make is to add some glow to the green foliage and the highlights in the image, and a heavy film-like grain effect across the entire image. Press the letter D on your keyboard to set your foreground colour to black and your background colour to white. If I just drag on my toolbox there, you can see that mine is set to black and white. And then go up to the filter menu, down to distort, and across to diffuse glow. Using these sliders on the right hand side of the diffuse glow dialog box, set the graininess to 8, the glow amount to 2, and the clear amount to 12, and click OK. And you can see that's really added a bright glow to this green foliage in the foreground, at the same time as adding a heavy film-like grain effect across the entire image. And that's it, a realistic infrared effect created in 2 easy steps in Photoshop. Give it a go yourself using the start image on the CD, and then get converting your own colour pics into infrared in the future. Cheers!